Okay. As you are watching this video, make sure you're copying down all of the notes into the foldable that we glued into your graph paper notebook. So this foldable is on the area of polygons. It's going to help you with your homework as well as your problem of the week. So a polygon is a closed figure with sides. So the first one we're going to talk about is a rectangle. So the formula for finding the area of a rectangle is area is equal to the base times the height, where the base is the bottom part of the rectangle and the height is the vertical part of the rectangle, where they make a 90-degree angle. So for this first one, we would do 5 times 9 and get 45, and area is always done in units squared, so it'd be miles squared. For the second one, we would do 11 times 11, which is 121 centimeters squared. So make sure you always put the units on, whether it's a rectangle or triangle, no matter what the shape is. It's always going to be units squared. This next shape is a parallelogram. The formula for parallelogram is the same as a rectangle. It's base times height. And the height is where it makes a 90-degree angle. So the height right here is going to be 5, because that's where my 90-degree angle is. This one is going to be 6.9 because that's where the right 90-degree angle is. So I like to circle my 90-degree angle to help me out. So for the first parallelogram, I'm going to do 12 times 5, which is 60 inches squared. For the second parallelogram, I'm going to do 9 times 6.9, which is 62.1, and it's meters squared. Our next shape is a triangle, and our formula, you could write it a couple different ways. I always write it as base times height divided by 2. You could write it as base times height and then divided by 2. And some people write it as 1/2 base times height. All of them will give you the exact same answer. So triangles, again, the height is where the 90-degree angle is. So the 90-degree angle is outside my triangle in the second example. That's my height. So for the first example, I'm going to do 6.2 times 11 and then divide everything by 2. So I'm going to get 34.1 feet squared. For the second problem, I'm going to do 8 times 3.6 divided by 2. And I get 14.4 yards squared. The last kind of shape is a trapezoid. This is the shape that you have on your problem of the week this week. So the formula for a trapezoid is area base 1 plus base 2 in parentheses divided by 2 times the height. Now you'll see this other ways too. 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. You'll see it in definitely different ways. So the bases, it actually doesn't make a difference which one is which. So those are my bases. And again, my height is where the right angle is. So for the first formula, the first shape, I'm going to do 1.2 plus 3.2 in parentheses, divide everything times 2, and then multiply by 2, because that's my height. So I put that whole thing in my calculator, and I ended up with 4.4 miles squared. So you can use the parentheses of your calculator if you want to. If not, you can just remember that you have to get equals after you add. For the next one, I'm going to do 2.8 plus 11 divided by 2 times 7, because 7 is my height. And I end up with 48.3 meters squared.